What's good with y'all? All right, so we got a new series on the channel, brother. Now this one right here, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I have been reading it, so we about to hop into this one just like we hopping into JJK. But the thing with JJK is we towards the end of that story. This story still kind of it's setting its foundation still. I'm not about to reread this story. I'm 70 chapters in, so what I'm gonna try to do is give y'all a kind of synopsis of what is going on. So you got a world full of actually, you know what? How about I do this for you? Because I'm not even about to try to do this and I'll add off whatever they say. I'm about to just read y'all the summary of this for anybody who wants to know what the hell we about to hop into. Che is a human in a world full of superpowered chemios, but he's determined to become the greatest fighter who's ever lived. His beloved mentor is murdered. Che swears vengeance and embarks on a mission to unmask the killer, but soon Che learns that the world full of chemios is much larger, than he has ever imagined, and that himself might be one, the most powerful chemio on Earth. With the power of the sun itself, will Che be able to harness his strength, or will he burn up in the heat of this ordeal? Alrighty, so we're past that, to be honest with you. He figured out who killed his pops. It was this dude named Rokash, which was somebody else who was technically under not his pops, his mentor. Sorry, I'm tripping. Um, yeah, we found out who that was. Then we learned that he was pretty much a person that was kind of keeping the underground world in check as far as like the chemios who was really on like some hot shit. But they knew that they low key couldn't contend with Rokash, which was the guy who killed Che's mentor. But after Che boxed him out pretty much and killed him, we had a whole new underground of people who emerged and are pretty much trying to obviously take over the world. Fast forward, what the hell happened? It's so much that happens in this series. It is quite impossible to me to just physically tell y'all what happened within these 77 chapters, like, because a lot of hands happen. It's a lot of cold ass characters in this series as well. It does have a soundtrack, like when you're reading it, so that's cool. Sometimes I turn it off though, but it is sometimes cool to listen to the soundtracks when you're reading the fight scenes. The choreography is OD. First of all, the powers is insane. Um, it's a lot of different tiers as well, as far as like how you can use your power. You know, you got people who got like hides, who can like shapeshift into different sort of creatures and shit like that. You got people who uh like use tools. Like it's a shorty in here, I think, and what's her name? Andrea. She's a cold like weapons artist. Then you got ranks too, like the god tier. Like you got I think it's out of 100. Yeah. So it's like top 100 Kimyo is like pretty much how cold you are. I think top 10 is god tier though. So we slowly, season two, we didn't really know a lot of them in season one, but season two they are slowly starting to introduce a lot of them. Well, I think at the end of season one they introduced all of them, and then in the start of season two we started figuring out, who they were. It's a lot of cold ass designs for these characters. I really highly recommend y'all to go read this series yourself. But to be honest with you, I'm just gonna start reading it. Like I said, I jumped into JJK at the end, so I feel like y'all would be alright to just jump in right here. But it is gonna be kind of just like, what the hell is you talking about? Because you just reading the chapter out of nowhere. Hey, I know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna get the mean. I don't think I should actually be playing this music. So I'm gonna turn it off and just keep my background music. Bless the dude. Hey, shout out to the dude. Check the description, bro. Hey, you need background music? Hey, he'll get you together. He really cold. Anyway, the last thing that happened, they was going to this pretty much this forest to meet up with one of the god tiers. His name is Bjorn, a Viking, of course, which was OD in it of itself. But they was going to meet with him because apparently he only a certain amount of people knew about these cases. I think they call life or death cases. but it's a crazy power within him, and he was one of the ones, within a small group that knows where it's at. So I think they were going to meet up with him and pretty much see what he was on. They did introduce his power last chapter. It was kind of like a hide that he can. It was like a person, but like a servant in a way. But I'm pretty sure he can box him. But we really didn't see his power. So, bro, I know these last 5 minutes was kind of jumble of me trying to, because and it's still so many things that I left out in this story. But I feel like just me reading it, y'all being along the journey with me, would be cool. Like I said, I really wanted to upload this shit, bro, because this series cold, bro. Like I can't stress this enough, bro. Download Webtoon, read Ordeal. Bro, I'm not even. I think it's a black cast. Like, come on, dude. And the artist is black. I think his name is Brent Bristol. Yeah. He's dope, bro. Just check it out. Anyway, let's see where we going, man. Let's see what's going on, man. We in Trinidad. It says there are some things I must announce to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Must be it's the president of the, in the morning months there will be a change in the nation's leadership, beginning with my resignation. Holy shit, he's not even here no more. If I remember it correctly, I think he was talking crazy, bro. Like a couple chapters ago, they was talking to him, and he started talking crazy. But like I said, bro, it's too much that was going on, bro. I have held this position for far too long, and it is time I step down and bring in younger, brighter minds. Next is a Kenyo only gathering. This is mandatory. Wait, what? Next is a Kenyo only gathering. This is a mandatory event for all local Kenyos in both Trinidad and Tobago. Details regarding a time and venue will be announced at a later date. We aim to accelerate the ongoing Kenyo documentation with just 3 days of focused efforts. Securing living quarters will be provided, as well as protection for all attendees who wish to remain after the event has concluded. Receiving your Kenyo license is the utmost importance and will make your lives abundantly easier. Does he really expect us to just gather? Sounds like catastrophe to me. But I heard Abel will be giving out additional aid to Kenyos still recovering from the last ban. My family business was shut down to the ban. Receiving all my Kenyo license will allow me to reopen. As much as I hate being forced, I need this. Getting the license on your own is a ridiculous long wait. I guess so. Will we really be safe? Let's see. I wish I could, man. I'm gonna give me a software where I can edit videos. So, cause I want to start putting panels of this up on screen, so y'all not just looking at the gameplay. Even though I'm OD on the sticks, I know y'all probably appreciate if y'all saw what the hell I was looking at too. Anyway, like a dude overlooking the yard. Oh, this one of the God tiers. Greetings, young cub. First of all, he was dead ass holding a big ass log, like the full tree, with a pipe in his mouth. He threw that shit down. Pleasure to meet you again, Lord Minamoto. Looks like you're busy with work. I believe you sent for me. Yes, I have. Glad you could make it on such short notice, young man. Anytime I visit a new place, I never allow myself to become a burden and make the people of the place supply my needs. So I work. It feels good to earn my keep. Why don't you join me? He started unraveling one, but it's somebody on the wood. Orion Atlas, I believe you met my hand, yes? He's writing his own music after receiving a combat injury. He suffers from permanent humming in his ears. He's constantly playing music to drown out the noise, so pardon him if he seems a bit distracted at times. He writes his own songs, that's dope. It sure is. Why don't you come here for a second, Mr. Hemlock? Is this the dude who got them crows? I don't I can't remember. His eyes low key look like they the same color though, cause they both yellow. The formidable Hemlock family, I marvel at your clan's talent. You and I are very similar. My power was passed down to me as well. It bears a striking resemblance to yours. He's smoking that dope, mind you. It's probably not dope. Don't I can't say that. He's smoking a pipe. His bro, he just blew out the smoke and the smoke is lifting up the logs. With our power, weight means nothing. Yet even the weightless can contend with the sturdy. You are very much aware of this concept. What are your thoughts on the upcoming chemo only regarding I can't read. It's still the morning time, bro, from when I recorded this JJK, so I'm still unwinding. But what are your thoughts on the upcoming chemo only gathering, Mr. Hemlock? I can't see the people being fans of such a thing, yet I know it's necessary. The chemo abductions must be brought under control. I understand why your leadership won't seek foreign aid. Every country is battling their own problems. One may be drowning while the other is dying of thirst. We live in a beautiful, diverse world, and that comes with its own set of issues. It's always been like this, Mr. Hemlock. There will always be problems that must be solved. When a solution is found for one problem, another one will arise. This is the cycle of the world we live in. It baffles me when I see people throw in the towel at the slightest inconvenience. What is that? Have a look, son. He confused just like I am. What do you feel? He looked into it and like a blue flame appeared. My master Leo. Damn, he started crying. 50 years ago, I wasn't exactly a help to our world. I desired nothing more than power and accolades. I thought very highly of myself that I deserved a place in the god tier. And with my power, I became a danger to everyone. I was untamable. KCG would have assassinated me if it weren't for Leo Thomas. In a drunken state, I went on a rampage. He got wind of it and quickly humbled me. With that, I was sentenced to Patmos. Trust me when I say I was powerful. Young with no regard for any life I deemed lesser than my own. The same organization I now serve, I would have brought to his knees. Code only had one option, and that was my death. I was set free 30 years ago after successfully rehabilitation. I understood power meant nothing if irresponsibly used. I'd already destroyed everything. I'm fucking tripping. I'd already destroyed every relationship I'd had. There was nothing for me to release. There was nothing for me at my release. Jesus, Kendall. Except for him, the very man who put me in there was the only one waiting for me that day. He had brought me a gift with these kind words. You desire to be great. Fine, be great. But understand the way of exception that comes with greatness. Strive to reach your goal. The God tier could use you. I say this only because I believe in you. Now see the world the way that I do. I control smoke with my talent. I can produce it on my own, but an ember like this, it increases my output. Leo Thomas gave me a flame that will burn as long as pretty much as long as the Elios talent exists. The furnace I carry adds to my power. Within it's my teacher's flame. The same blue flame resides in each of you. As this world creates more problems, Master Leo expects us to solve them. I like that chapter. Master Leo lives on forever. Dang, I like the dude served 30 years in a pen. I wonder what he was doing in his heyday for him to get locked up like that though. I liked him though. When he first showed up and he was smoking that pipe, I said, yeah, he gotta be one of the coldest in the God tier. I just know it. But bro, everybody in the God tier looks so cold. I really want to see what Bjorn is on though. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Just because I rock with Vikings, I know he gonna be doing some nut shit. I just wanna. I feel like that little talent he controls is cool. How it's that little other being, but I know it's more to it. But yeah, this chapter was just more information, and that's a good thing though. Like just because bring y'all into the story along with me. But man, again, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Share to your peoples in them. Drink water. Stay safe.